Now on the night team, rocked and rattled. An earthquake shakes the East Coast, including southern New England. Coming up, new video from the rare event and the chance of aftershocks. Mark?
It's certainly been a wild day with the earthquake coverage looking ahead to the eclipse. But before we get there, Patrice, our weekend forecast, a little bit unsettled. Dodging some showers this evening, a better chance of rain tomorrow. I'll update the timing on that.
Just drove away like he was nothing, and he was something.
So heartbreaking. Family and friends mourn their loved one after a hit and run. Hear from the man who says that he was the last person to see him alive. Up in flames, new video as a home explodes into a ball of fire. We'll show you the wild scene caught on camera. Tourists trapped. A couple and their 4 dogs get stuck in a swamp in Florida. The rescue now on the night team.
NBC 10 News at 11 starts right now.
That was a rare 4.8 earthquake rocking the East Coast this morning. The epicenter was in New Jersey, but it shook residents all the way here in southern New England. Thankfully, nobody was seriously hurt.
Thanks for tuning in to First City Focus. I'm Nicole Carey. On this episode, the countdown is winding down for the April 8th eclipse. We'll find out how plans are shaping up for Knox County and Vincennes. A look in the Vincennes history books will show that this eclipse will not be the first one of notoriety in our area. We'll talk with historian Richard Day about the eclipse of 1806 and how the brother of Shawnee leader Tecumseh used it to unify different tribes ahead of the War of 1812. The Wabash Valley Progressives are making progress on a new park that pays tribute to the Native Americans who once called this land home. We'll visit the recent Knox County Ag Day, a chance to celebrate agriculture in our community, and we'll show you how we are preparing to cover the April 8th eclipse. You won't want to miss it. It's all right now on First City Focus. We are nearing the end of our countdown to the total solar eclipse on April 8th. Vincennes and Knox County sit directly in the path of totality and with the longest time of totality in the state, which means the opportunity for thousands of visitors is great. And while prep for this big event started over a year ago, ready or not, the day is almost here.
Well, we're super excited to be a part of this eclipse, this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Tonight on CBS 19 News at 10, solar eclipse events are underway right now across East Texas, and the Rose City could double its population. The warning officials are giving to drivers. Plus, early morning runners took part in a 5K for a good cause. We share how it will benefit kids with autism right here in East Texas.
And I've got the latest look at your eclipse forecast and, of course, our rain and storm chances that follow soon after. Live in Tyler, CBS 19 News at 10 starts right now.
Well, good evening and happy Saturday. Thank you so much for joining us on CBS 19 News at 10. I'm Jesus Martinez. We're just shy of just under 2 days away from the total solar eclipse that will darken the skies across East Texas.
You're watching the South Texas News Leader. This is 3 News, First Edition.
A Corpus Christi mother and her son were killed earlier this week in San Antonio after being hit by a car. The family speaks out this morning. Plus, the CDC issuing an alert to doctors to beware after a bird flu case makes its way into a Texas dairy farm. What symptoms to keep an eye on. And tomorrow is the day we're talking total solar eclipse. Why officials are warning of traffic problems during the celestial event. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Screen. It's 6 a.m. and it's April 7th. Good morning, Faith.
Good morning. So happy to be here. Yes, the solar eclipse is tomorrow.
We've been waiting, yeah.
Right, excited, traveling, but things aren't looking too bright. It's going to be a cloudy one. We're going to touch into that a little bit more detail a little bit later. Yeah.
Stories were a little over a day out from the Great American Eclipse. Everything you need to know, from safety tips to events and the financial impact it's creating here in Arkansas. Plus,
the countdown to the total solar eclipse. I'm Jackie DeFusco in Washington with what NASA is hoping to learn during that rare event.
Also, it's going to be a beautiful Sunday before the rain moves in early this week, but it won't stay long. The timing of it all coming up in your Get Ready Weather.
And the U.S. is preparing for a significant Iranian attack. The cause for alarm coming up.
Live, local, late breaking. This is 4029 News Sunrise.
Thank you for waking up with us and welcome to 4029 News Sunrise. I'm LaKyrie Banks. So let's get a first look at our official Get Ready weather. 4029's Lillian Hatch is here with us this morning.
You're watching CBS Austin This Morning. Central Texas. Trusted.
It's supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience to really feel the totality, be able to look and see the corona.
Eclipse Day is here, and parts of Central Texas are on the path of 100% totality. Hundreds of thousands of people are here to witness this once-in-a-lifetime event. The last time we saw this was May 26, 1397, 626 years ago.
Whoa, roads are expected to be extremely busy. So far, pretty quiet.
Right now on KB News Midday, music organizers in Burnett are asking visitors to pack up and leave as severe weather cancels the Texas Eclipse Festival. Who they're allowing to stay a little bit longer.
We are live here in Marble Falls, where I'm happy to report a few breaks in the cloud cover. A live update on our viewing conditions coming up.
Fox News Midday with Ashley Sutton, Andrew Capazzo, and First Warning Weather with meteorologist Brad Souder. You're watching Fox News Midday.
You're watching live coverage of the eclipse across Texas, sponsored by Visit Uvalde County, Texas.
The final hour before the total solar eclipse. We have been counting down the days, weeks, and months for you, finding the facts, sharing the stories, and now the day is finally here. In just 1 hour and change, the sun will begin to go dark. Lucky for you, you have found Eclipse Central. Fox SA has crews from the border through the hill country. You'll be the first to see the total eclipse as it crosses into the United States. Right now, we are in Eagle Pass, Concan, Bandera, Bernie, Kerrville, and right here in San Antonio, capturing the excitement ahead of this once-in-a-lifetime event.
And you see it there, 2.5 hours, a little less than that. The Great American Eclipse, that countdown is on. Thank you for joining us here on Fox News Day on what is simply a huge day. I'm Andrew Capasso.
And I'm Yami Virgin, and we're here together for the eclipse. It is a
On East Texas News Midday, the countdown is on. In less than 3 hours, parts of East Texas will go completely dark as we experience a total solar eclipse. You'll hear from an expert on why this is so significant. Eclipses have always been special to this particular couple, and today they're traveling from the Dallas area to tie the knot. More on their story and why they have picked an East Texas city for their very special day. And another frightening plane incident, this time caught on camera, how Boeing is responding to this latest scare.
We've got some breaks in the overcast out there in some spots, so the eclipse may be visible, which is good news. But then beyond that, severe weather is a threat across East Texas for a couple of days. All those details and more coming up in the weather where you live. East Texas News at Midday starts right now.
Caring, committed, proud of East Texas. You're watching East Texas News at Midday.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for East Texas News Midday on this day of the solar eclipse. The big story right now is the weather. Never before have so many people been praying for a break in the cloud.
This is CBS News, Texas.
Right now at 11, you can feel the excitement in the air. The countdown is on to the total solar eclipse. It's 2.5 hours now from Dallas. All eyes will be on the skies as the eclipse makes its way from southwest to northeast Texas before moving across the country to Maine and then into Canada. Here in Texas, we have our reporters stationed in the path of totality from the Rio Grande all the way up to the Red River. Plus, a weather alert is in effect today with several rounds of severe weather headed our way. First Alert meteorologist Brittany Rainey is tracking the storms for us. Everything you need to know to keep your family safe today and coming up in your First Alert forecast. Good morning and thank you for joining us for CBS News Texas at 11. I'm Karen Borda. Today's total solar eclipse is a once-in-a-lifetime event.
it becomes so dark, you can actually see things that you can't usually see in daytime. Like you can actually see some stars, planets.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Everyone that I've spoken to that's experienced a total solar eclipse already says that it's life-changing, so I'm looking forward to that.
The whole school is not going to school.
The 2024 solar eclipse has potential to be the largest tourism event in Arkansas's history.
We are very excited. I feel very prepared.
This event, it is very rare, it is very special, and people are very excited about it.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our special total solar eclipse coverage. I am Rolly Hoyt here with Faith Woodard and Chief Meteorologist Tom Brandon.
For months, we've been telling you that THV11 is your eclipse central, and it's going to stay that way for the next 2.5 hours.
We're just hours from a total solar eclipse in the local 6 area. Over the next 2.5 hours, everything you need to know to get ready, from totality times to glasses safety, and live coverage from across the area. We've got crews in Paducah, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Carbondale, and Marion, Illinois, tracking all of the festivities today.
Clear skies are coming into the region now after we had some very dense fog this morning. While that all coming up on Local 6 Midday's coverage of the 2024 eclipse.
This is a WPSD Local 6 special report.
Welcome into our special edition of Local 6 Midday as we track the 2024 solar eclipse as it tracks through our area. Remember, a good portion of our viewing area will be in totality, including all of southern Illinois and southeast Missouri.
This is a WTWO special report. Your guide to the eclipse. Brought to you by Honest Abe Roofing.
Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon for our special coverage of the 2024 total solar eclipse. Dana Winklepleck and Jesse Walker are live in downtown Terre Haute, where a festival is underway for this rare event. How's it going out there, guys?
Oh, it is going so well. They say they've had about 5,000 people down here in downtown Terre Haute for this festival. We have talked to people from really all parts of the country.
Philadelphia, we had one from Philadelphia this year. Somebody who drove 4.5 hours from northern Illinois to get down here because they weren't in the total eclipse there.
Yeah, Wisconsin. I spoke to a lady in the restroom who was from Wisconsin. People from Maryland, just kind of all over.
It's an event of celestial proportion.
A once-in-a-lifetime solar eclipse passing through the heart of Indiana.
We've got you covered as we wait for totality. And good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan along with Shauna Ash. Oh boy, this is a big day. We are so excited right now. We are just...
Hang tight, keep those glasses on outside. Hang tight. We're getting closer. And we've almost reached it. And there you go. My goodness. My good. I don't have any words. Chuck, Lindsay, I know you guys are at the fairgrounds, so.
Live from Mercy Health Stadium in Avon, home of the Lake Erie Crushers. This is a special edition of 19 News. Lights out in the land. Team coverage of the total solar eclipse continues right now. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Hey, you know what? I got to see that, and I know exactly where I was when I was.
The total solar eclipse sending Northeast Ohio into darkness.
It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Hundreds of thousands of people getting ready to look up in amazement.
Wow! This is great.
The eclipse speaks to me in so many ways.
19 News with live total team coverage as we count down to lights out in the land.
And the excitement is building as we get closer and closer to totality.
Total Eclipse of the Park is sponsored by Key Bank. For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. Key Bank opens doors.
And good afternoon. Welcome to the Total Eclipse of the Park here on WKYC Channel 3. I'm Russ Mitchell along with the Eclipse Guru, Betsy Kling, on what has already been and what is going to be in just a few moments an historic afternoon in Northeast Ohio.
News 5 at 4 is sponsored by Westland HVAC and Plumbing, celebrating 40 years of keeping your family comfortable.
Most awarded in Cleveland. This is News 5 at 4.
Now at 4. Everybody wants to be a part of this.
We're on the other side of totality.
That's a natural phenomenon that is going to send chills up your spine.
But the show isn't over yet.
And thanks for joining us for our continuing solar eclipse coverage on this special edition of Most Buffalo. After years, months of anticipation, we finally got to see the solar eclipse. And how was your view? This was ours, captured from our rooftop camera using a special camera filter showing almost the total eclipse. There were some clouds in and out, but you could definitely see and feel that darkness fall and the cool air.
Live from Vermont's own WCAX, the Channel 3 News at Noon starts now.
Thanks for joining us for the Channel 3 News at Noon on this special Eclipse Monday. I'm John McMahon. Let's get right to our coverage at the Burlington waterfront with Kat Villanzoni. Kat, how's it looking out there?
This is a CBS News special report.
For a little under 3 minutes, the forces of darkness ruled in daylight.
Night falling across America.
Good day from CBS News in New York. We have cameras all along the path of the total eclipse of the sun.
We're hearing applause as we're finding out that the world is not coming to an end.
It is as dark as night.
And in 1979, the United States will be involved in another total eclipse.
The great swath of shadow cut across the continent from the coast of Oregon to Greenland.
It was really a very incredible experience.
I was scared to death.
It was the last total eclipse of the sun for North America until the year 2017.
Oh, you can see it. You can see it. There it is. Look at the corona. See it?
This is just incredible.
Yeah, it's
to watch.
gone. It's gone.
It's gone. We're in darkness. Take off the glasses. Oh, my goodness.
The next total solar eclipse visible in the continental U.S. is April 8th, 2024.
And now it is our turn, Nora, and it is happening now. For millennia, human beings have looked skyward and experienced a total solar eclipse, and now that moment comes to us. And we just noticed a few moments ago, it's begun.
It has begun.
If you put your glasses on, you can see the sun here in Indianapolis looks a bit like a ginger snap cookie with a little nibble out of the corner.
Like a little bite.
Just a little mouse bite. Everybody's here enjoying it. We're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. More than 50,000 of our closest friends have gathered to watch this total eclipse of the heartland. I'll be with you for the next hour and a half.
Feliz lunes, buenas tardes, feliz inicio de semana y feliz día en el que muchos están en la calle con sus gafas para ver el eclipse.
Así es, los accesorios infaltables el día de hoy donde todo el mundo estaba ahí con uno de ellos, pero sobre todo para la protección y ver este eclipse solar.
Live from Maine's first television station, this is a WABI TV5 News special report, The Great American Eclipse.
Yeah, good evening and thank you for joining us on this Monday, April the 8th, 2024. I'm Brian Sullivan.
And I'm Sierra Whaley. So in case you missed it, it's the Great American Eclipse. Here is a look at what happened during totality. Let's check it out.
Take a moment to watch this moment, witnessed by millions across North America. A total solar eclipse turning day to night and back again. Tonight, from southwestern Ontario to Atlantic Canada, Canadians turn to the sky. Excitement, celebration, and absolute awe.
When I just saw the full totality gliding over the air, it felt like it wasn't real.
We break down the surreal and the science behind the show. Billions of dollars to upgrade Canada's military.
It makes $73 billion worth of investments over the next 20 years.
Why it still falls short on a key commitment. And the 14-year-old hockey phenom already joining the ranks of junior hockey history.
The game absolutely runs through him when he plays.
From CBC News, this is The National with Chief Correspondent Adrian Arsenault.
Thanks for joining us. We will not get another chance like that for decades. A total solar eclipse rolled across North America with millions of Canadians in its path.